Bagfuel, baby.
But you got a song that's coming out too, right?
Well, so I was doing a soundtrack. Well, I actually didn't have a soundtrack when we got the deal with Stars. We was just gonna do the documentary. But then I was just like, when I got my deal, I got a new deal with Hybe. I was just like, man, shit. It'll be crazy if I put this doc out and we ain't got no music to go along with it, right? So then I started calling Stars like, yo, let's put a soundtrack together. They didn't want to do the soundtrack. They was like, we don't do soundtrack for documentaries. So I'm like, oh, shit, okay, cool. I done started my wheels turning. I can't turn back now. So I made this a Jermaine Dupri album inspired by the Magic City documentary.
Okay.
So that's basically what it is. And I just been doing records that I never made before. Like out of all the times that all the artists that's in Atlanta, I ain't never made records with Tip. I ain't never made records with 2 Chainz. I ain't never made records with Dro. I never had a Travis Porter record. I never had, me and Quavo never made. It's a bunch of artists that's from Atlanta that I never even made records with before.
And that's what you use this for, this platform and this.
That's the backdrop of this whole new album.
Do you think there's a reason for that you never made records with them?
Yeah, because they ain't need me. You know what I mean? I'm also that type of producer. I'm that type of producer, by the way.
When you leave here, I want you to go look in the mirror, man.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Are you serious?
Yeah, listen.
Your accolades,
have they needed me though? Like I'm saying, lyrics, literally. T.I. didn't need me. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that they ain't need. It's not about they.
That's how I look at it. I look at it like I don't. First of all, you know me. I ain't no nigga that be sending beats to niggas, right? I ain't like, yo, let me get on your album. I don't do it like that.
With you.
I'm like, yo, if you want to work with me, I'm gonna talk to you like we talking right now, and we work. But other than that, I'm not getting ready to be sending out tapes and trying to get on people's albums. So I feel like, Organized Noise was doing what they was doing with Outkast and the Goody Mob. They don't need me. They did what they did. This person over here, T.I. had, she had a bunch of niggas producing him, right? And I just feel like each person, they all had their own little cliques, and I was doing what I had to do.
This rolls into my other question I was gonna ask you. Do you feel like you don't get the credit that you deserved?
Nah, I don't think. I think, because I think people, a lot of times when people say that, they be trying to get me to say, I put Jay on or some old shit. Like, they be thinking about that type of shit. I don't pay no attention to that no more. Because I feel like him asking me before you got here, how am I still getting awards in 2025? I'm getting the credit I deserve. That's what that is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It ain't got nothing to do. I think people just look at me to be like, because I guess if some people say if I was them, they'll be saying all of this. Like, yo, I did this. Like, yo, I don't care about that.
I think the thing is, I think if social media, internet was popping way back when you were on your super duper run, I think it would be different.
But you also got to do.
People would never like the story I told about the cars you had and all shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was about to say. You saying it right now, it also got something to do with the work. I'm very much in the studio, so I'm out here right now running around doing press. You got to do the work in order to keep this information in people's face. So you saying it right now, like, I'm not going to run around the streets and be like, yo, I'm the first nigga that brought Clue to Atlanta. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, cool, I did it. But you saying it, now niggas gonna be like, oh, wait a minute.
I never seen nobody with the Spider Ferrari. I remember we was going to your birthday party. You like, yo, come on, we out. We met at the crib. You pulled out the front. I'm like, oh shit, like niggas got Ferraris and shit. Like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Oh shit. He had the Ferrari.
That's what made you get yours?
Yeah.
Cause you got yours.
He was on the highway, out the sunroof. Showing niggas to come on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
By the way, also, I don't understand. I'm living it, so I don't actually realize that ain't how niggas actually was moving.
No, JD.
They wasn't.
No, JD.
I'll say that. And I had been a lot of places at that time, and back then they wasn't moving like that, not even close.
Yo, and it can't because when Clue had his Rari, nobody had one.
That's a fact.
So if you had it before him, like Clue had his Rari, niggas like, yo, your man got the Rari.
He got it. Every other DJ from Queens got a Ferrari.
Yeah, and by the way, that's sick. That listening to y'all, that made me feel like I'm old as fuck. Like that's what it sound like. I'm not about to tell niggas that shit because it sound like, yo, this nigga was doing that shit back in.
Let me ask you this, man.
Fuck that shit.
You connected with Currency? Like over the car shit? Is that how you connected with Currency?
Nah, Currency actually, he made his song, he made a song called Jermaine Dupri, and I just was like, out of all niggas that rap, I know everybody, and it's one nigga made a song called I Gotta Go Fuck With My Nigga. Like, ain't no way I can't do, like, we gotta do something. Like, I just seen that, like, shit, if don't nobody else like me, I know this nigga fuck with me. He made a song called Jermaine Dupri. You don't have no reason to do that. We don't have no reason to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to do that and put that on your record, at least I know who really fuck with me. This nigga fuck with me, and whatever I did inspired him. And that's all it is. He just was talking about, like, when he first seen me put the Bentley on the MTV Cribs, he had never seen that before. I don't be thinking that. I don't think niggas ain't never seen that shit. I'm just
JD, I'm talking about you guys on top of the card and niggas, this shit niggas didn't see. We're like,
I thought it was like imposed. I didn't know they was really on top of the guard. I'm not gonna lie.
you thought it was fake?
I thought it was
that
imposed.
was real.
I didn't know niggas was really on top of the guard.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How did the passing of Takeoff and the Migos splitting affect Atlanta?
You said what happened to what?
Takeoff passing and the Migos splitting
That one
affect
hurt.
Atlanta.
That hurt. I mean, that hurt a lot of the city, period. Just, I think, like, the Migos breaking up is a bad situation for Atlanta because they was moving, and I think they better together anyway.
Yeah.
Me personally.
You
know, you know, and I got a chance to kick it with them. We redid Welcome to Atlanta before they had Pop. You know what I mean? We had did a new Atlanta. I had Thug, I had the Migos in the studio, and I had Rich Homie Corn, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? So just to see all of that, them niggas was like the new Atlanta, and that's what they was running with, and. It hurt the city a lot.
Because I remember how people felt when Biggie passed, and I was just like, I wonder what it did to Atlanta.
I mean, but it was really, really crazy for us because I know me, I ain't never think Atlanta niggas was gonna die. Like,
I understand. Yo,
like, I know that sound crazy, but a Atlanta rapper dying just felt like, oh man, what the fuck going on? That's how I felt. Like, you know, so I don't know. I mean, it felt crazy to me. And then, like I said, Rich Homie passed, and this just feel like, man, what the fuck going on?
How you feeling with the whole YSL Rico thing? Kind of fucked up your emotion a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, I just think, like I said, I think beef.
It's a lot of things.
Beef, period, just kind of like throws off.
Not even the beef though, but I'm just thinking like
to maneuver.
I'm thinking about people like you can't rap about the same shit you rapping about because now they're trying to bring in what you saying on a rap song and bring it into the courtroom. So now it's like,
but you know why that is though?
Of course.
No, because if we sit here, if you take JD by himself, no drug lord, no mafia, no cartel member has a bigger name than him. So when these ADAs need a big fish to advance their career, it's gonna be JD. It ain't gonna be somebody from Cali or somewhere in Mexico.
No, it ain't gonna be me.
So, bad
example.
My bad.
But okay, so let me see. So you see how y'all talking about this? So basically, I'm gonna say what's going on with the album, right? So Magic City. So once I said I was making a record for me, the Jermaine Dupri album, I start trying to figure out how I can make this album make sense and not just be about the strip club. And like these same conversations keep happening, and I seen people talking about it. So I start trying to, I wasn't even trying to do this. It just started telling me this as I'm watching it. And so I made the album basically for what I'm making is called Magic City, and it's gonna look like Sin City. As opposed, and Atlanta is Magic City, basically, in my theory of my album. And it's the queen of the city. Her name is Atlanta. And she's been kidnapped, right? So I put together this crew of all these people to go find her and bring her back to the city, so that what he's saying, did it hurt the city and all that? We trying to restore that feeling in our city. And I'm reaching out to all the guys that I know to try to go find her. It ain't about me, it's about everybody. Everybody gotta go find Atlanta and bring her back.
Is this album gonna have, like, of course you gotta have Future, because he's one of the
kings
of Magic.
Well, that's the thing. Like I said, I gotta go make these records with all these people. And I was just saying that, like, the doc drops on August 15th, and the album's supposed to come out that same day. But if it don't, that's because I gotta go, you know.
Yeah, you need
I'm going-
Pluto, Lil Baby,
yeah,
you
I'm
know,
going
you
to
need
get
all
that.
them guys.
It's a couple of them that won't make it
Thugger.
because they just all over the place, and I ain't got time to be chasing.
Niggas got some. Well, I know how you do. You wanna produce
Oh
a
yeah,
song.
yeah, gotta be.
Niggas got songs.
Yeah, I ain't not taking songs.
Niggas
We're not
like
doing that.
niggas
We're
like
not doing that.
niggas like Future and Thug. They live in the studio.
Yeah,
They in
we're
the
not
studio
doing that.
every day.
He not doing that with JD. That's why he's still catching awards.
That's the thing I'm saying. I feel like that's the thing that lost. Like niggas lost that in music. Like
Working together, bro.
you gotta go. You know what I mean?
Control
Like me,
two
when like
sessions.
Clue saying that, I had Clue come to Atlanta to make a tape. Like he could have stayed here.
Yeah.
I wanted niggas to come to Atlanta. Like, let me see what you doing. Let's meet. Let's hang out. Let me see what's happening.
So if I produce a song on there, I gotta come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yo, JD, he fronting because Rule was here yesterday, and Clue told a story about how he got on the phone and DM back. They was like, yo, we get you on the phone with X, right? And X, he was like, yo, he been trying to get a hold of X. He said, X, where you at? X said, Canada, pull up, and hung up the phone.
Oh, that's a
right?
fact.
That's a fact. And Clue was in Canada the next day with X. Exactly. So you already
I mean,
know
I'm saying it
that's
just
what
takes away from the, like, I've known this nigga 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we on the phone talking. He like, JD, I heard you was in the club. I heard what club you in. I'm like, how the fuck this nigga Clue know where I'm at right now?
Yeah, because the dude I was meeting with, his best friend runs the club over there. So he called him and he told me your name and he didn't even know who you was. I'm like, you don't know who Jermaine Dupri is, bro?
I started looking around and shit like, who the fuck in here? Like, he told the nigga Clue we was in the club last night. Rock, this nigga hit me like, I know where you at. I'm like, where the fuck you at?